Hey y'all, welcome back to NolaPapa, and it's a new year. I know the previous episode I talked about something super heavy, and it was a very scary situation, and I didn't know how it would turn out. It actually, to give you an update, was a best case scenario. It did turn out to be something that was not malignant. So the skin cancer, once I got it, cut off my face, they got it all and they sewed it up, an incision about that long, and stitched it up. And I went and got the stitches out, and it's better now. So they don't have no signs of anything. I just have to go to the dermatologist twice a year. I wanted to go back there anyway for some other reasons, not that related, so thankfully. So it's all good news, and I'm excited for this new year. I'm excited to feel good now, and with that said, I love all the support from you guys, so I would love for you to subscribe to the NolaPapa YouTube channel, and when you do that, just click that notification bell so you can be notified when I release new episodes. And while you're just supporting us, go over to Instagram and follow our family's journey at NolaPapa, and then head on over to Facebook and like the NolaPapa Facebook page. It's all about our little village coming together, lifting each other up, supporting each other, inspiring one another, all the good positive things that we need on the daily. So with that said, I want to talk about resolutions, because everybody's got them. Some people hate them. If you like it, you hate it, whatever. It's something that the new year brings, and I had something inside of me that I want to just get out. So let's talk about resolutions. Let's do it. It's so good to feel good. I mean, I can't say it enough. I'm super blessed. I'm very happy. And, New Orleans doesn't really get that cold. We just got a cold snap, actually. And it doesn't last long. It usually lasts 4 days. But you can kind of feel spring coming. I know we're in January, but it really doesn't get that cold here, so it feels almost like spring, and I am left with the gratitude and the positive feelings that I have, especially with the situation that I just got past. And looking into this new year, I want to better myself, and with that comes, I think it's important to do resolutions, because whether or not you live true to what you want to do, it's important for you to have this desire to better yourself, to better myself. And different years bring different resolutions. This year I want to make it a point, especially since what I just went through, to make it a point to apply sunscreen every dang day, like twice a day. Like when I get home from the gym, I wash it off, obviously, so I need to reapply it. So a lot of times twice a day. And I have oily skin and breakouts and all that, so I want to make sure that I find something that is conducive to my particular type of complexion and face. I want something that won't break me out, because I already have enough trouble with that as it is. So I have been good. I do it every day. I have a friend that gave me a little tube of it, and so far I'm happy with it, and I'm going to show you just what I use. And it's not oily. It's really Like, it goes on and you don't even feel it. And I like that. I don't like residue. I don't like feeling greasy. So I'm super happy so far with this particular brand. And, you know, I think sunscreen, especially with global warming, it is a thing. And I think everyone should be putting the sunscreen up on their face. And I'm almost tempted to put sunscreen on my baby's face every dang day, but I don't, because I know that their skin needs to develop, and you know, it needs to develop its own oils and stuff, and I don't want to mess that up. But when we go out in the sun, I definitely apply the sunscreen, like when they're at the beach or when we're swimming at home, we, you know, apply that sunscreen. So other than that, I think it's very important, and I struggle with this all the time. I get caught up in my head and I overthink things, and you know, I want people, especially the closest people in my lives, you know, maybe to react to things the way that I would. That's not healthy, and it's not practical, and it oftentimes creates something that otherwise shouldn't happen, because people are going to be who they are. And when I have expectations for said people to do certain things, I am setting myself up for heartbreak, or for whatever emotion, anger, or my feelings getting hurt. And at the end of the day, whether it's a good friend, if it's a family member, whoever, they're gonna be who they are. And you embrace that person for what they bring, for who they are, and you love them because of that. You love them because they annoy you. You love them because they might not react to certain things as you would, as I would. I know that I am super sensitive, almost like an empath. I'm so sensitive, and that really can be crippling. And especially when I overthink things and I, you know, try to peel back layers, and sometimes the layers aren't necessarily even there. And that is not fair for me to try to live life and it be productive, because it's not. So I need to learn, and this is a struggle, I said that, but I need to learn to embrace whatever this person is in my life. They're there for a reason. So I need to know that they're in my life because I want them there. So I need to embrace who they are and not necessarily hold them up to the standards that I hold myself up to. Because I am my own person. I am not everyone's cup of tea. I, can be deemed annoying, and I have traits that get on people's nerves, and I am okay with that. So just as I'm okay with that, I need to know that I need to be okay with other people's annoying traits. Because if you start cutting people out, because they don't measure up to your standards that you hold yourself up to, then you're probably doing yourself an injustice. Like, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face, despite my face. And I need to be vigilant and and know that everyone is different and they all offer the goodness that they can bring you. And if they're in my life, they're there for a reason. And if it's a toxic relationship, that's different. You know, toxicity is something that I think I've talked about in the past on a previous episode, and that is not productive in a healthy lifestyle. So if they're toxic, not talking about that today. I'm talking about people that just fall short in areas that, you know, maybe you would rise up to or something. I don't know. I need to just know that as Monday fades into Tuesday and goes into Wednesday and etc., that I need to love the people that are in my life, and I need to support them, and I need to not judge their reactions to anything that happens to me or my family. You know, I need to embrace them, and it's very important. So one resolution that I stuck true to 11 years ago on like at 11:55 p.m. on December 31st was my last cigarette in 2000 and what was that, 2008? I could be wrong, but it's 11 years this January. And I have never smoked since. And that has to be the biggest milestone I've ever done for myself to date. It was and is, I think, the best move I've ever made and ever could make in the health of my own personal body. And it was a struggle, and you know, sometimes it still is. I mean, you know, I had to completely relearn how to live life because, you know, if you've smoked, you get it. If you don't, you don't, and you don't get it. So, but when you first wake up and you have that cup of coffee and a cigarette, or you eat this huge meal and you're stuffed, but you want that cigarette, or you get in a fight and you're just pissed off, you want that cigarette. You know, or if you're having a glass of wine or a cocktail, you want the cigarette. I really had to rewrite my playbook, and it was so dang hard, but I did it, and every day, you know, starts fresh, you know, and I'm smoke free, and I'm not a prisoner to that addiction. And that's what it is. You're a prisoner. I was a prisoner. And it is something that I thank myself for doing for the longest time. And I wish went away, the urges. But at least for me, I can only speak for myself. But they're there at times. You know, if there's a high stress level event going on, or even a cocktail or a glass of wine, I miss it sometimes. I don't miss the smell. I don't miss the smell of my fingers, but the whole, like, I guess, habit of it and the feeling of it I miss. But there's so much more positive things that come from not smoking, so I just try to look at the positivity from not smoking and not dwell on what I miss. But the smoking is, I'm so happy it's out of my life. And I think a year before I stopped smoking cigarettes, I started working out. And I swear to God, I love working out, and I've been working out for like 12 years now. And it has brought a level of security and the opposite of self-conscious, confidence. And I feel like that by working out, I am who I am supposed to be. I don't think before I started working out, I felt unhealthy and gross, and I was self-conscious, and it was just something that I just didn't like about myself. But now that I'm almost 40, if I miss working out, like if I don't work out for a lengthy amount of time, like with this whole situation, I wasn't able to work out. And then the holidays with the girls, it's hard to schedule my time around, especially when they're off of school, to be able to have my me time. And it's difficult. So I was not able to work out like it was. And it's hard to get it back off. Do you feel me? Like, if you do, comment and tell me you do. It'll make me feel better. Am I the only person? Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if I've worked out for 12 years. It's freaking hard. And to get that endurance and that motivation going again after, 3 weeks of sitting out, like, why can't it just be easy? I guess if it was easy, then everybody would do it, and then, there would be no benefit from it. So I don't know if y'all work out, but if you don't and you're thinking about working out, once you do, I swear to you on our friendship that you will feel like a different person. You will all of a sudden wake up in the morning and be ready to conquer the day, and you won't want to sleep all day and just curl up in your covers and not wake up. Working out solves that, and not only does it solve that, but it also makes you confident, and I love it. But what I don't love is trying to get back in the saddle when you're off. Because, in a perfect world, I would never miss a day. But that's not realistic. Kids happen. Schedules happen. Unforeseen circumstances happen. And you just got to roll with it and make it work. And when you just have to know that when you're not working out, you are going to get back to it, and you don't just kick the can down the road, because then that just makes it even harder once you do pick it back up. So, y'all, if you're not working out, work out. Run. Can you run? Not everybody can run, so I don't want to push it on you if you can't run. But if you can run, or if you haven't ever tried to run, run. It is so good. It releases these endorphins, and you are just getting it. And I love to run. It's my passion. It's my jam. So I highly recommend that. So I have talked too much about some resolutions, okay? So I would love for you to comment about what you are putting down or what you are starting this new year, because resolutions bring change, welcome change, and that's what it's about. Monotony and the whole thing that you get sucked into day in, day out, same thing. Change it up a little bit, embrace what you can do to alter yourself to make you a better you, to make me a better me. And with that said, thank you for coming. I appreciate all the support. You guys mean a lot to me, and I look forward to talking about something else next time. So, peace out.